A startup is a company which is in its initial stage. Just as you, like as the name suggests, just as you are starting your company, then your company is known as startup. And the person who's starting it is obviously an entrepreneur. So now, what is the need of startup? Like obviously there are so many startups already there. There are so many businesses that are obviously established. So like, what is the need for new companies? So obviously the number one thing is employment creation. So if you make a new company, you're gonna hire people. You're gonna give them employment, right? Then we have new investments. If you make a unique idea, if your company is different from anything else, then you get investment from not only from the country but also from the foreign countries. The research and development. Obviously, if it's a unique idea, then you have to put in a lot of effort. You have to put a lot of research. You have to develop that idea. And the R&D system in India is a growing sector. Even if you open a firm for research and development, even that firm is going to grow with the market. Then we obviously have the better GDP. Now the GDP, if your company is making more money, you're paying more taxes. If your employees are earning more, they're also giving out more taxes. So because your company, not just your company, even a small firm, if it's helping in the GDP, so the government also wants you to be entrepreneurs and pay up more taxes, and so that the name of our country gets talked about in the other countries as well. If you don't have the skills, the government has introduced the Skill India mission. If you don't have the funds, the government is providing you with funds. So the main challenges that we face as entrepreneurs are the societal things, the financial aspects, and the skills. So for that, the government has started a mission, which is called the Startup India. Other than the Startup India, we also have the initiatives. The first one is the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So this is a financial, this will help you financially. So what you have to do is, in this is a Startup India seed fund, which also comes in the. So this is the eligibility criteria. So if you want to get fund from the government, so for startups, a startup recognized by the GPIIT, incorporated for not more than 2 years, has a type of application. So you have to be less than 2 years, and then you also have to be recognized by the GPIIT. Then we have the startup business idea with a market fit and viable commercialization. What commercialization basically means is how much you can market your product, how much people are willing to see your product. If I don't want to see that product, I'm not going to buy it. So for that, you have to be eligible for that. Now for incubators. Now what incubators are, does anybody know what an incubator is? Startup is basically your company is not registered, but it is almost established and you are running the business. What incubators are basically, we have 2 or 3 incubators from our colleges. What incubators are, they have the idea, and what they need is that they have to put up the application for it. So you are just at the entrance of the startup. So what incubation basically is, does anybody know that incubator is in general terms, not in terms of business. So when a duckling or a animal gives an egg, okay, and that egg is it doesn't have a mother, and the egg needs to be hatched. So we put them into an incubator, and what incubator does, it provides the heat, and so that the egg can hatch. So this is exactly the same concept for incubators and startups. We are just giving you a little bit of heat so that you can come out of your shell and you can explore. So for incubators, you should be operational for at least 2 years on the date of application. So since the day of your application, you have to be operational for 2 years, and you have the facilities to seat at least 25 individuals. And the next thing was the National Skill Development Mission. Sometimes what happens, I have a great idea, but I don't have the skills to pursue it. The vocational skills. So what I would do is I would go to the website of the National Skill Development Mission, and then I would go and search for the courses, for the things that I can do, so that I can enhance my skill and I can put that into my business. Then we have the Skill India Mission. The Skill India Mission is the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana actually comes under the Skill India Mission. Like I said, after societal, like for women, the next problem that comes is financial problems. If you have a brother and if you are a girl, so it doesn't happen in every family, but in most of the families, especially in the rural areas, you prefer to teach the guy first. And then if you are a girl and you say that I want fund for this, I want investment for this. So sometimes what happens is the society doesn't really approve of that. Not just for girls, like anyone who doesn't fall into that category. So for that also the government of India has given us India Seed Fund Scheme, and this was introduced in January of 2021, and this is for the early stage startups. So just as you are starting and you are just looking for the capital, you are just starting up. So for that it is there, and you can get funding of up to 5 crores, and the minimum for the amount that you will get is 20 lakhs. And if you are growing up your books, you can even increase that up to 50 rupees.
You are bringing some kind of water bottles with you. Okay, so those BCom. Okay, I'm expecting the answers most from your side. Is there any problem you are facing with those big thermoses? What kind of? Yeah, you cannot put it on the table, right? Every time you have to keep that bottle near your legs or feet, right? This is the basic thing, because you cannot, but you are too lazy to pick it up and then to drink water. So it might create some kind of problem in your mind that I have to work so hard to bring it like near my mouth, and then I have to drink the water. Oh my God, it's a very cumbersome process. It can. So IIM Bangalore, they understood this psychology that now people are so much lazy, they don't want to just do this kind of exercises. So for you lazy people, what they did, now you can keep it on the table but it will not topple down. How? Any idea? Akashi, please bring that bottle from the class. I would like to show how an entrepreneur could bring some solutions to the existing problems. This is my whole notion. The whole story lies about understanding the problems. You know, you have heard about portable toilets? Already. So, there was the problem that people are not getting the place, and it is very difficult to build it somewhere permanently. So nowadays they are building some kind of toilets so that everyone can, at least it will be a very good source, like it will be a very important part. So now we can avail that, right? But it was a solution to some kind of problem which was already existing in the society. Let me show you the bottle. This is the bottle. This has been created by IIM Bangalore, and believe me, this is the bottle. Other bottles can topple down. You can see the bottle. I am putting down on a plain surface. Okay, please come. Can you see? On a plain surface, it is fixed now. It will, if you have to remove, I have to pull it. Not this way, like this. Because it has a vacuum suction. It is a so simple idea, and believe me, simple ideas always work and it will give you money. Just a simple idea, because cost of making will not be too high. Again, if it had been less with high technology, the cost of making water will be very high. It will not give you revenues. So your ideas should be simple showing one video to all of you. This will motivate you for your further future endeavors. Please let me show you one video.
Vijay Shekhar is from Aligarh. He couldn't sit for competitive exams just because of his poor English. After working on many projects and small startups during the graduation from Delhi College of Engineering, Vijay finally took a huge risk of investing $2 million and founded 197, the parent company of Paytm, giving the Indians the service of internet wallet, paying facility when he taught his friends for CAT exam and they cleared it with flying colors. He then fell in love with teaching and found his teachers more than anything to the success stories of visionary entrepreneurs. The journey has not been comfortable with strikes, shortage of labor and workforce, policy changes, corruptions and economic slowdowns. Still, they started from nothing and rose to the top of the game over years in Indian growth history. We salute these young achievers and hope they continue to inspire us all to try success.
So what happened back when Nescafe started? So it wanted to create a market in Japan. So the people of Japan, do you know that? Would you like to comment? It's fine. So they wanted to create a new market in Japan. At the initial stage, the people of Japan loved the sales of coffee, like the taste of coffee, and Nescafe thought that the sales are going to boom. So what they did at every corner store, they made a coffee shop. Now, the unexpected happened, and none of the coffee was sold. So the Nescafe started to face a loss, and then they were shocked. Like, how is this possible? Like, people like the coffee and all. So at the initial stage, the sales of the coffee were fine, but later it just went to zero, and it didn't look good that the coffee shop had no people in it. So can one of you give us any reasons why this happened? They made toffees of coffee flavor. So what they did, they started targeting the children. So they made toffees of the coffee flavor, and they went out and then they bought it as they grew older. And then they also made the pen sticks and stuff like that. So what if you were the person who thought of this idea? We should make the coffee flavored toffees for the children. Like, imagine if you were that person and then you collaborated with Nescafe. And then you set up your own company, you set up your own stuff, and then you had a collaboration with the Nescafe, and now you already have a booming business. So the thing is that if that person didn't thought of that, so maybe the market would have been dead today. So the main thing that we get from this is that we have to think outside the box, and maybe even if not outside the box, we have to think of the relevant things. The main problem was that the people of Japan were not used to the taste of coffee. They like tea better. So you make them used to the way. So you make them used to the taste of coffee. The market is already there, and if you think that these people don't like my product, so I'll just back off. That is not gonna last, obviously. You have to make them like it somehow. And if you can do it, then you have the right to call yourself an entrepreneur. And especially as a woman entrepreneur in today's day and time, it's a very big thing. Even today, women are, I would not say oppressed, but let's just say we are treated as a second-class citizen in our country, especially. So we have to stand up, and we also have to show them that yeah, we can also innovate, yeah, we can also do it. Who knows the name of the richest women entrepreneur in India? CEO, like many people in this society also might have told her, "Are you crazy? Are you going to leave all of this?" But she did, and now look at where she is. So we are all young right now, so we should take a chance. Let's just give it a shot. We have the resources. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We already have our degrees, we can always do something else. But there's nothing wrong with trying. If we just try once, just start with something very slow. Maybe even start with an online business if you want. You don't have to go out and all. And in today's day and time, Back in the day, you had to go to this registrar's office, you have to do this registration and all. But now you can just do it from one portal. If you have one website, you just go and then you register completely free. So there's nothing wrong with trying. I would love it if we all give it a shot. Maybe in collaboration with somebody else. But if the women of Sunbeam Women's College does it, so obviously, yeah, that's it.